Oh my god. Amazing. Incredible. Cheers. This is great. Dude, right? What year is it really? I've got tons of games, yeah. Pre-credits. It literally hard locked my whole PC and I had to crash my PC and restart it. My load after Nana killed me was corrupt. So we decided, fuck it. This was another one I didn't finish. Yeah, Nana literally locked my computer. She fucked it. I couldn't even Control-Alt-Delete out of the game. It was really weird. It literally just hard locked my whole PC and I had to restart it. But I'm thinking maybe that's why I only played 2 hours of it before, because it didn't really seem scary. It was just like Nana in a muumuu that sounded like a radio, I guess. Harvester gameplay tips. The help screen can be helpful, or better yet, read the manual. You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Right-clicking on some objects in inventory shows a close-up of that object. Right-clicking on weapons in inventory activates and deactivates them. Press escape to bring up the menu options. You can combine objects into blah, blah, blah. Okay. A pair of plastic binoculars with the lenses melted to the table. Acne medicine. And a candle, because I'm old. A photo of a beautiful girl, blonde, about 17 years old. The mattress is speckled with odd stains. No shit, apparently there's a common glitch in Visage that they haven't fixed. I don't know, they might want to before they lose money. Yeah. Because you can only get 2 hours into it before it hard locks and you have to start the whole game over. And it also, remember there was a couple times where it was like, I can't autosave? It wouldn't autosave my game and it kept asking me to manually save my game. Something's going on with it. I might give it another try. We'll see. An official Dust Bowl basketball autographed by GPF. A recently watered plastic plant. Paper doll by the Mills Brothers sits on the turntable. A cheap folding chair, such as you find at swap meets, bingo parlors, and other religious gatherings. One of your typical wall clocks. A 1/48 scale of a P-47 Thunderbolt with a broken propeller. Alright. Oh, it came out in 2021? I thought it was more recently fully released. That's a bummer. It also glitches more if you go out of order of the stories. That's fucking shitty. My local movie theater is showing Beetlejuice Again, regular price, as well as Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas for $5. I'd go see the other two before I'd see Beetlejuice Again. A box of crayons and a range writer coloring book. An old-fashioned console television. A pendulum-driven cuckoo clock with the cuckoo oddly absent. I didn't know it had so many glitches either, but man, it makes, I mean, not only just getting through the game difficult, but it makes the immersion almost impossible. How are you supposed to be scared when you're having to restart your PC? Your entire computer? Yeah, hey, guess what? We're charging you $50 for a game where you get one life like ever. The game will never work again. Like, the game was decent, but I don't think it was good enough to start over. Start over again? Nah, I'm good.
What?
Who am I?
A lousy rat. And you better be quiet, or you'll wake Daddy up.
No little boy should be calling their father Daddy. Daddy!
Your dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know. I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night. Guess that's why she's grounded now, huh? Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell, huh?
What are you talking about? What girl?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
That kid's face. The fuck?
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, because the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
Who's Stephanie?
I said I don't want to talk about her anymore.
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean, retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my cowboy show.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are needed.
You're right. That's super neat.
I'm glad you're catching on, Steve.
It's Mike
You're
TV,
not too
100%.
bad.
Uh-huh.
For a lousy rat. Good.
I'm a lousy rat. I get it. It's fine. There's a baby. A newborn is sleeping soundly. Gross. An expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. Cookies. These cookies are hot out of the oven.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't, until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation.
You stop your
I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be
Steve.
M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
Home stuff?
When did I graduate?
4 months ago, as if you could forget that.
What college?
College? A high school diploma is all you need to get a job. And besides, you can't marry Stephanie if you're going to waste your time going to college. 18 years old and you're just now getting your first job. It's a disgrace, but better late than never. I guess we can thank Stephanie for that.
She didn't like Stephanie. She didn't like my bitch, I don't think.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Fiancé? This is insane!
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now
Oh,
and
this
count your
amnesia
blessings.
cue.
Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that
Okay.
sweet girl.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis and now this.
What?
Before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way.
First
Leave
the
me out of this.
heartbreak of
If you're going to break
psoriasis.
Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Okay.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Huh. Okay. Can I eat your cookies?
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank or go next door and visit Stephanie or go get an early start on your new job?
Okay.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
The what? Who is she? The master bedroom door is firmly locked. Okay. Can we just... Some kind of red cami. Oh. Hello.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning?
Wait. What? I'm supposed to?
Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be Jake, okay? That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers?
Uh-uh.
Oh, gee whiz. Look, if you find any, I'd be willing to trade you for them. Something really neato. Think about it. See you later, alligator.
Huh. He wants my newspaper, but aren't... You know what? That's fine. My house? Wait, I didn't want to go back home. Just kidding. Leave. Oh, the child's gone. My family's murdered. General store. It's air conditioned. Aw, fuck. He's too busy working to notice you. Tape and broken glass. Obviously a professional break-in. Bastards. Free copies made here. An old 16mm projector with Geen Memorial stenciled on it, like Ed. A shoddy old TV missing the VHF knob.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Geen Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach
Have
you
you
about
played this
logic.
music, man? I've never
I'm
played.
fuzzy on a lot of things these days.
We started
My
it and didn't
memory's
finish
gone.
it for some reason.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
Pshaw.
I'm serious. I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
Great tunes. I'd love to buy that.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
The shelf contains a variety of odd items for sale. Is that an anus? Examine the adult magazines. An adult magazine for 25 cents. You must pay Miss Phelps before you can buy anything. Can I have that? Black electrical tape. You must pay Mrs. Okay. Cans of soup? A cow is bleeding a robust coffee on these Harvest Blend coffee can labels. A slightly used wrench. So Vex, there's two different links. One activates the actual add-on, and then one is to edit your own pronouns. Why is soup, and why does this soup have poison on it? Questions. An empty meat box. No, you're not. I think we still have the command in chat. If you do exclamation pronouns, it should pull up two links. I haven't done it in so long. But from what I remember, it was literally two different links you had to go to. And it's literally, one of the links will literally, it's just in the middle of the page. It'll have a little drop down box. Okay. Yeah, so the first little link will set your pronoun, and then the second one is to do the thing. So if you do the first link, it should look like this. The little one. And then the second link's the actual add-on. You're not a fucking idiot. It's overcomplicated. It's just overcomplicated, boo. It's fine. I mean, you might be a fucking idiot, I don't know, but like, it's jank as hell and I'm on your side. Barber shop. You mean you don't eat soup? I jerk off into the soup can afterwards because I like the danger of the rim cutting my penis head off. No. That was for your pronouns on Twitch. What the fuck? Wow, the closer you look, the more is going on here. An unfortunate extraterrestrial who journeyed thousands of light years to wind up mounted on a barber's wall. It takes a true sportsman to hunt down those dangerous cows. Made of solidified mousse and sticky hairspray, this lovely mannequin is a work of art. It's a picture of Mr. Pastorelli as a young buck. Colonel Buster Monroe flipping the bird from his B-17 cockpit. The picture of young Mr. Pastorelli, spaghetti on his mouth and all. Clem Parsons took this rare photograph of an extraterrestrial. Alright. Except for its occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if the sheep is alive or not. Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond, not understanding English.
Howdy, Steve.
Yeah. Howdy back, Mr.
Pete swell, Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now.
Why does his face look like
Change
that?
your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep.
He does.
Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
Aluminum siding.
Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's
He's a
heads
little
with
person, I figured that, but he's
newfangled
like...
notions like color coordination and
He
interior
looked
design.
overtly startled
You
or stuck in
can
some
paint
G-force
aluminum,
looking
you
at
know,
me.
if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like
It changed.
Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing.
Oh, Pastorelli, though.
Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him,
Now
but
he
he
looks
just
mad.
won't listen. Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up.
He's
You'd
just
be
excited, I
surprised
think.
what people flush down the
No,
toilet.
it's fine. I figured it was either that or a tiny bald child sitting on the...
Nice to see you again, Steve.
So we must know each other?
Hello there, youngster. You say them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another
They
crop
both
circle
have
in
that
the South
look,
Field.
like-
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clam?
Them aliens is winding, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli
Hot
did?
hit.
Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry.
Pole. Speak to me, boy.
Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like. It ain't nothing but
All
colored glass with some bulbs
special-like.
stuck up in it. But he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation would want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Maybe them aliens, Clem.
Oh, Pete, don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science.
Alarm system.
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it through the fire
I'm gonna
sprinkler.
suck on
Now
that
when the
clam
alarm goes off,
hair
it sets
all
the sprinkler
special
fire.
like.
Tarnation. Aliens
Let me
looking
take
for
out my
intelligent
tooth.
life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
Sure enough. Tell me about aliens.
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human. So you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet? Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around down there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no
Their
place to
crop
put the blind
doodles?
out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
Huh. Can I type anything in there?
Danged if I follow you, Steve.
There's a sheep right there.
Anytime, Steve.
Okay. Pastor really ain't gonna converse with me. Sheep is just okay. Okay, bye. Pastorelli's barbershop was interesting. Wow, that walk. Our character kind of looks like Wayne. Are we meant to trust a sheep? I wouldn't. Where the fuck?
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
I'd like a lodge
I'm
application.
sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
Can I get one at the lodge instead? Come on, it won't kill you to make a lousy copy.
Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important
What
that I
the
get in
fuck?
quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't
Cheers.
get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right.
Make more copies, you dumb slut.
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
A blind woman is trying to read her mail. Can I help her? The answer is no. No, I cannot. Packing peanuts in assorted colors. Why do I want different colors? I know, right? I couldn't watch someone just struggle like that. I would feel like such a dickbag. Meat plant? What up, Val? Cheers! How are you? Are those dying animals? Oh, that's a cat. Wait. Whatever's in these barrels smells extremely bad. Is it piss? Freshly cut meat. This used to be a kitty cat.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say, though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
Cats?
What's with all the cats? This a slaughterhouse or a kennel?
Oh, them? They eat the scraps, that's all.
Yeah, but look at... Isn't there some kind of health department that keeps tabs on these things?
Are you going to work at the health department, Steve? Or here?
Yeah, but are you eating the cats?
That's good to know. Your father will be very happy if he recovers.
My point was only,
I fear him.
you shouldn't allow animals in the food processing area, right?
We don't let them get into the meat. That's unsanitary, and the health department wouldn't stand for it. There's things you don't know about the family business, but you'll learn.
Meat.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat, only the juiciest cuts.
What the fuck?
Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve. If we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs?
The fucking weird-ass cuts make it even creepier. I'm sure it's good. Could I have some meat to take home?
Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat.
Giving that meat. Oh. Cutting costs, lodge.
The Order of the Harvest Moon sponsors a weenie roast on the lodge grounds every summer, which we cater, though they tend to get their meat elsewhere the rest of the year.
I wonder why.
Heck, the best way to find out is to sign up with them. They're a great organization, Steve. They do wonderful work, just like us butchers. They do what needs to be done and expect nothing in return.
Then how do they support themselves? Membership dues?
From what I hear, the work is its own reward. You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Why?
A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Fuck?
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know. I can't get in to see him. Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder, Steve.
Funny how
Such
that's
a
beginning to
kidder,
sound like a
Steve.
stock answer. Like it was coached.
You sure are acting like a kidder, son. With your dad ill, you're gonna need to start behaving like an adult, especially if you're gonna take over the family business.
I fucking love Funyuns.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve, and my best to your dad.
Huh. The carcasses of several small animals. Okay. This is a lovely town. I like it here. I am having a good time. No, that's not it. God knows what we could have seen during that. Harvesting Meats, Inc. Harvest Meats, excuse me. I don't know if that made it better. We're gonna go to school together? Is that... What the fuck? Geen Memorial Bake Sale.
Steve,
Hello.
good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harold, principal of Geen Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more.
Can't remember the last time I went to a
Quality
bake sale or was
time.
around a bake sale. Literally, I think I was in middle school. So I might have been baked.
Boy, I sure miss the old newspaper. The sheriff never did investigate that fire properly. Call it a newspaper man's instinct. Though I can't imagine why Sheriff Dwayne would cover up anything. I mean, the only ones who stood to profit from the newspaper going out of business was the owner of the TV station, and Mr. McKnight had an airtight alibi. Still, if not for the fire,
Guilty
I
as
never would have
charged.
wound up as principal of Gein Memorial.
Especially when it's said like that. Do you want to have some quality time?
Gein Memorial. Sounds like a cemetery or a hospital, not a school.
This institution was named for a great man, whose first name escapes me. He epitomized the great potential within us all, big guy. I hear there's an honorary plaque commemorating him within the lodge.
The fucking lodge!
Big guy, barring some quality time, the greatest gift I can bestow upon you as your former principal is a word of advice. Join the Order of the Harvest Moon at any cost. Within the lodge lies your future, and without, dust.
Okay.
Why do you keep calling me big guy?
A sign of respect, lad. As principal, my station is higher than yours now, but you never know what the future holds, so you should always hedge your bets and pay tribute to your inferiors.
Around your purty mouth.
You never know who will come to power, or who, even now, wields it behind the scenes. For all I know, you might already be a member of the Order, with access to the lodge.
You talk.
Drop in
Quality
again
time.
soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time. Seeing you here again, one would think you'd never graduated.
Oh, fuck.
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
No! How did he make it fucking creepier? Did I just walk? Alright. What the fuck is she teaching? A rough sketch of the lodge. The children look stunned and zombified.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class. They're reticent. The educator's greatest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with her?
Hence, I can tell you in one word, Stephen, discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then, you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes, right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class?
Do you wanna fuck with me today? I got a little something something coming.
Ask away then.
Would you make sex?
Can you tell me anything about Harvest?
Harvest was founded by the
She's
Order of
kinda
the
hot,
Harvest
shut up.
Moon about 100 years ago.
For what purpose?
Why, I'm sure you'd have to ask them. You'll find the members of the Order at the lodge.
This lodge. What do you know about it?
The building itself, like Harvest, was constructed with a specific purpose in mind. That noble intent is known only to those within the Order. You're at about the right age to join them, Stephen, and you will do so if you care about your future.
Okay, bitch.
We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin, but a baseball bat? That bridges the generation gap quite nicely.
What?
Oh dear, Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
Ma'am! Is that a bloody fucking bat?
If an A-bomb
Just gonna
hits,
chisel it.
what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
My stars, that was exciting. Stop by any time, Stephen.
I'm okay! What the fuck? That bitch just kill a kid? Huh. The lockers are riddled with inexplicable stains and dents. Okay.
Seeing you here again. What?
Shut the fuck. Okay.
Drop in again?
Yeah, no one was missing from the class. But we couldn't see that back left. I don't know. I'm holding Bill's hand. She needed her hand held, apparently. Did you need some comforting? Is this scary to you? I know. It's fine. I love you, Bill. Is that broken glass? Ma'am, I'm holding your hand. I don't know what else I can do for you. The TVs. Too busy drinking and smoking, they ignore you. Examine. Oh. I thought that said stupid studio entrance. I keep forgetting to type shit in. I'll try to type some stuff into this one. Quality. I should type in quality time. No one's operating the camera.
Stay tuned, buckaroos. There's more to come on Range Riders Cowboy Roundup. So don't go away. And what's your name, hombre?
Steve.
Steve's a swell name. My dog's name is Steve. Would you like my autograph, Steve?
Yeah.
Here you go, then. Violence? What about it?
Children watch your show. Don't you think that violence is bad for them? I love all the blood and gore on your show.
What red-blooded American doesn't? Nothing like an exploding head to get the blood pumping. Literally, that is.
Even so, do you think society pays a heavy price for the violence in the media?
Of course they pay a heavy price. Just look at the net profits. They'll line up around the block to see a good slaughter. Now, excuse me, we're going back on the air.
They do, and the cards actually said my name's Steve, which
Can't
is
talk now,
concerning.
buckaroo. We're on in just a sec. Happy trails, but...
Fuck.
Can't talk now.
Quality time.
Why, you're spouting nonsense, cowpoke.
Damn it. Alright,
Happy trails, buckaroo.
An applause sign. A primitive form of mind control. That's funny. A corny western backdrop complete with cardboard TP. Odd, no one's operating the cameras. It's not wrong, that is weird. There's too many cocoa spice or pumpkin spice things in the world. I don't understand it. Very poor reception, strange since the broadcast originates from here.
Hey, sport. This is a private office. Yeah, I know, Mr. McKnight. I own and operate this station. Have you brought me some news for tonight's broadcast, or...
I've lost my memory. That's news.
The hell it is! You always were a kidder, Steve. Any real news to tell me?
Actually, I was just wanting to know more about the TV station.
Like, I like pumpkin pie.
WHAR is the only television station in Harvest. Since the old Sentinel went under, what with the newspaper building burning down and all, we're golden. Nobody competes with us.
How can I tell, Fal? I don't know.
Partners.
Cheers.
I run the whole show solo, pal.
Why do you have all these tiny offices? An assortment of empty cubicles, either McKnight loves to recall his salad days as an insurance salesman, or he can't keep his employees happy. A picture of a gorgeous model signed with "Kiss My Pineapple" red Muffy. All don't know how. Pretty much just started. There you go. We tried another game and it crashed my whole PC, so I stopped. Because fuck that. Cheers, sorry. Edna's Diner. Even from the ground you can hear the sonorous buzz of the neon. What year is it? A 1955 Frag 100 with a real leather seat. Ooh, dang. Was talk to Karen? I don't want to do that. Oh, I think I have to.
Hi, what's your name?
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God,
Surprise
for a second I
butt
thought you were
sex.
Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
You know me?
Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I guess I've changed. I'm not kidding.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
Where is this sweet piece of ass, Stephanie?
You've met Karen, my 8-year-old. Other than the diner, she's all I have.
Nah.
There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just
Yeah,
up
it
and
only
ran
happens
out
to
on me
dudes.
one night. I heard that he joined the lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Duane wasn't able to find out what happened to him.
That's a good. Can I ask questions like that? I guess we can try. Where is Stephanie? Show us
Sorry,
the
I
ass.
missed that. Too noisy in here.
Cock.
Sorry, I missed that. Too noisy in here.
Meat.
Sorry, I missed that. Too noisy in here.
Murder.
Sorry, I missed that. Too noisy in
know.
here.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands. He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge, and there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon.
Unwholesome?
Sheriff Dwayne is such a dear man. And I don't just say that because he's my most regular customer. Every single day, rain or shine, he comes in here at noon for lunch. Sits in the same spot, too. That's at least an hour every day when I can be sure Mr. Johnson won't show up. You know, it's funny. Dwayne never comes in here with Deputy Loomis, but he frequently dines with Mr. McKnight. You know, the owner of the TV station. Sometimes he comes in with Postmaster Boyle, but somehow I don't think they're friends. Though I see them together a lot, Boyle and the sheriff never act very friendly towards each other. Almost like there's some kind of bond between them besides friendship, though what it might be I can't imagine. Maybe Sheriff Dwayne resents the fact that he's never been able to get into the lodge. So that's not Boyle's fault. He just hands out the applications. He doesn't decide who gets admitted. The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve, and soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
Agreed.
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he use the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his side when the wheat ripens. The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh.
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. Running this diner all alone. Forgive me.
Huh.
The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve, and soon.
Why? For
That
God's
works.
sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too.
Alright,
The
bitch.
harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late.
Edna?
Steve.
You seem...
I want to quality time you.
Sorry, I missed that. Too noisy in here.
No one wants to fuck me.
Stop by anytime, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You'd think the cult would want some new blood. We'll make somebody do it. I mean, not, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna make someone fuck us, but I'm gonna offer quality time where I can. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you are. Is that human is actively taking a shit?
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here's Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
It better be
Of
sex
course we have.
books.
But I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank. and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding. I understand you witnessed Miss Whaley's dispensing a little discipline at the school, and she thinks you may be feeling a mite bent about it.
Turn it off, Villard. Cheers. I might have to load a bowl. Excuse me. Sir, that insane woman cripples children. I mind my own bit. What?
You need to forget about it, boy. I don't interfere in school discipline. I leave that to the professionals. And
the
so
teacher.
should you. Heck, there isn't a psychiatrist around who'd disagree about what a common influence a dent in the head can be. You can't argue with science, Steve. It's bigger than all of us. Why do you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon. Heck, you should be thinking about your career and
You
about
stop all that
joining the
there
launch.
funnin'. Will you quality time?
Say what?
Damn it!
Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't spoil everything.
Disappointment?
Mr. Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in.
Disappointed.
Like all the rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications.
What's new, pussycat?
And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer called to the order and even less accepted.
He is ripped.
And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless
What
he
a
does
sad
something
man.
radical,
Those are
he'll
stoned
never
eyes.
get in.
Crime? Wedding. Crime?
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so, we get the odd transient dropping dead. But other than that, it gets pretty slow around here.
I don't think that's normal.
We get a lot of bums, drifters passing through Harvest. Those people are never very healthy to start with. I figured they come to our fair town, look around and decide it's a nice place to die.
You mean they drop dead here on a regular basis?
Like
Vex
flies.
imagine.
I'd slap 'em all in jail if I could, but there's never enough room.
What the
Besides,
fuck?
they're pretty good about not sticking around long. Sure, it's a burden on Mr. Barnahan, though, having to bury them all. I only hope the PTA Lodge bake sale will help out along those lines.
So... Yeah, just chilling at the fucking sheriff's office. Stoned as fuck. Oh my god. That's funny.
Oh, I forgot. You've got amnesia. Mr. Barnahan operates both the Wayward Hotel and the mortuary. Kind of a double burden for the poor man. Transients always wandering in and looking for a place to
Boom,
crash.
day for the raid.
Then
Welcome,
broken.
Raiders.
Maybe it's not a coincidence.
You mean a crime? Oh, no. Moynihan's charity only extends so far. He won't check them in, but he'll sure check them out quick enough. He figures if they can't pay for the room, to hell with them. But if they can't pay for the burial, it's hell for us. What with the smell and
What?
all. I guess you can't say too much against Moynihan. What with him letting you hold the wedding in his mortuary chapel and all.
Mortuary chapel?
Amnesia or no, You can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't spoil everything.
We heard this, right?
Mr. Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in. Like all the rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications. And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer called to the order and even less accepted. And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless he does something radical, he'll never get in.
Radical, dude. Okay.
Say what?
What the fuck?
Say what?
I know I'm very one note. I'm at peace with that.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
How about you? Do you want to make fuck? The door is locked. Okay. Okay?
That's the evidence room, where we store items lifted from crime scenes. It's kept locked at all times. There's things in there that could make people jump through hoops, if I wanted.
Wow, bro! Fucking wow! Okay?
Anything I can help you with?
Oh, they're so high on whatever's in that fucking room that my character is staring at. That coffee sure smells good. No, just looking around. Why would I be here just looking around?
Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
Quality time, quality time, quality time, quality time. Yeah, we're getting some quality time.
Don't know what you mean, kiddo.
Right? I know. Ridiculous. I know, Bill. That was me. On the big rock candy mountain. On the big rock candy mountain. Lilith's kind of a bitch. What you barking at? You're barking under my desk? At Voss. It's good for you. No, I don't. Thank you. Sorry, dogs. They're the. They do if they hear like a siren. I've probably heard it a handful of times in their life, but it's adorable when they do it. They're adorable little like. Oh, Riri. Oh, really, bud? What was that? Oh, come here. I don't know. Someone. There. He's talking to you over here. Did you hear him? I don't know. They were barking under my desk. Like under my desk. I don't. They're offended. Oh, Bubba. Hi, Bubba. Oh. Oh. Hi, bud. Thank you. Thank you for protecting us. Excuse me. You're very protective. We have to learn about our woman.
Oh, gosh darn, she's purty. Kinda like a gal I seen on some of them French postcards they used to make. Used to be, I'd take them things, go back into jail if nobody was there and kind of look them over one-handed, fold some towels, That was for Mrs. Loomis.
This guy is horned the fuck up.
Oh, gosh, I wish I had some of them girly pictures. But Mrs. Loomis won't let me keep them in the house. I still remember the time she caught me holding some of them pictures up with one hand. She took the broom to me.
We have to get him in the porn magazine.
Like hound dog, the broom going up and down, flashing straw and blood and straw, and I drooped. I was crying so bad, and it was so hard I had to crawl under the porch naked with all the black winter spiders, and I got bit something fierce. Little fangs digging into my bare behind all over. I ask you, is that any way to treat a man? And Mrs. Phelps and the sheriff don't make it no easier neither.
Oh.
If Sheriff Dwayne had a little kindness, he let me get around the little lady by letting me keep some of them picture books here, even if Mrs. Phelps had let me buy one. But see, he won't let me keep none here neither. He don't like me getting the jail mattress all marked up, don't you know?
Ew! Ew! Bubba! He's coming all over the jail mattress. Can you believe him? Can you believe him? Can you believe him? No, you can't. So weird. You're so fucking cute. And we love you. Yeah. Who wrote this game? One or two very unstable people, but I'm here for it.
Sometimes a man can be good with a gun or a knife, but even so, one-handed and all, he can get a little off in his aim. Ain't no shame in it. That's why the good Lord made evaporation and such. But the sheriff, he don't like it, and don't pay no mind to a man's needs no more than Mrs. Loomis. Bless her. Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's got to do sometimes in a parked car, or a waist-high knothole in a tree, or jail cell at noon. Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get any, and see clear to part with them, bring them round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged. Of course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day. Any kind of girly picture book, the kind men like, would be just dandy. I'd be right grateful, kiddo, if you were to bring me one.
Huh?
Mrs. Phelps down at the general store don't help things none. She's got them special picture books, the one with the ladies. But she won't sell me none on account of she knows my wife, Mrs. Loomis. Dadgum if that don't burn my britches.
Yeah.
If I even ask about them, she tells Mrs. Loomis, and I get the broom. Enough to break a man's heart. Her burning my French postcards, and me unable to replace them. A man's got needs, don't you know?
He's about the only normal person in the whole town. Wait, no, we saw a man's needs. And we quality timed him, didn't we? I just gotta type, Bubba. You can stay. Quality time.
don't
You're
know
just the
what you
sweetest
mean, kiddo.
It's okay. Okay.
Anytime, kiddo.
I gotta go find his porn for him, I think.
That's the evidence room.
He's such a good dog. He's my best boy. You're just a good boy.